everybody, this is Corporal Kindles playing Stars in Shadow as the Tinkers on Hard. This is episode 5, turn 1135. That's 35 turns into the game. Okay, let me put it on full screen mode again. Options, full screen mode. Okay. And now we are in full screen mode. Okay, where I ended yesterday, these blue guys had colonized D-Land with a force. They still got 2 light cruisers and a troop ship, and they landed their colony ship on D-Land. My scout is able to go to this red dwarf right here because he has extended range or extra range because of the warp lane amplifier. These guys are returning to their base after having scouted all 3 of my systems. DIFTA is actually their system for now. I do have an asteroid outpost at DIFTA, which is pushing me out this way. Unfortunately, it's just not quite enough to get to these spots. Okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, I believe that I have messed myself up a little bit. This is the normal fuel range. The extended fuel range actually goes out further. This ship is actually going to the extended fuel range. I think the colony ships are actually loaded with extended fuel range because I can reach these other places with some of my other ships. The outpost ship, the colony ship. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. For some reason, some things just, I forget about some things. Okay, and I was going to switch over from Dizzybucks I remember I had the manufacturer population. Okay, these guys are manufacturing population. I planned to switch over once they were at 11. Okay, it's turn 11. So I'm going to switch over. In the last episode, I created my DD1 and my MDD1. The DD1 is the regular DD has 2 coil guns. The MDD1 has 2 missile slots, and it has an extra ammo source for the MDD. It's got 22, and it has the Tinker's Forge, which can replace 2.2 missiles, so it can have 24. You could shoot up at least 8 turns without having to worry about ammo. 3 times 8 is 24. The MDD is a little bit better than defense because it's got 55 instead of 40, but this has 40 because it has the reinforced bulkheads, whereas I put the extra ammo supply in the MDD. So I'm going to start with the DD. I'm going to queue 3 of these, and then I'm going to put 2 MDDs in this spot. Okay, I'm really going to have to monitor this because I just took a big hit on my metal output. I'm down to minus 23. Okay, I need to look at that. Minus 23. Metal producers is Dizzybucks, which has 4 mines. 4 times 6 is 24. And I got minus 47 at Dizzybucks for the DD. 128. It costs 128 metal, 3 turns. 128 divided by 3, well, that's probably going to be, 48. 128 divided by 3 equals 42.6. 42.6. They're rounding that up to 47, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. So that's where that's coming from. 42. So it's taking 42.6 rounded up to 43. 43. And I got... I'm producing 24. 24 minus 47 is 23. So that's where that negative 23 is coming. That's gonna, it takes 3 turns for this, 3 turns for this one, 3 turns for that one, 3 turns for that one. 3, 6, 9. 9 times 20, this is 180? 180-ish, almost half. 200, roughly 200 will be half of my supply. Just to build these 3 is going to run through with half the supply of my metals. So I need to check the other planet. Okay, I still got 14 turns left in this. I might actually need to rush by this 14. I got 444, 187. I'm not really in a position to rush by it, am I? Well, I got 9 turns to go through half my supply, so I still got a while. 14 turns. I still, by the time I get this machine altar built, I should still be in the red as far as my iron supply goes. So it's just one of those things I'm gonna have to keep monitor. I'm not gonna run out anytime soon. Okay, but it is a very important thing. In the first, this is the second week that I've had this game. I guess it started the second week. First couple of games I played last week, the first few games, every game I ran out of metal. So I want to make sure that that's why I really have been favoring metal in this game. My home plan has got 4 supply. Of course, it's nice that these people don't have to worry about farms. Not having to worry about farms. It's I can put those extra minerals, but as you can see, I'm still using quite a lot. Okay, and it's going to take a little while for Aldebaran to get boosted up. Okay, so because Aldebaran, as you remember, had my mineral-rich planet, and of course Shidar. I'm still okay. I rushed. Did I? Oh, I did rush by the first altar. This altar has 1 turn left, and queued my colonize Shidar 3, which is the colony module, which is going to colonize my lab world. Okay, the system colony module, I should say, not the planetary colony module. So we're ready to go. I explored Rastaban, right? I noticed that last time. That was because I set up the trade deal with these blue guys, which should show up here in the influence. It should. Well, if I click on the Orthins, these are the guys that I have. We don't know anything about them because there's no embassy, so everything's question mark. Shields, planets, everything's a question mark. Money, how much metal they have. They're displeased, wary, -20. So they got a -45 going with these guys. Not very good. The Ashdar Imperials, I'm only -8 because, as I remember, I got that plus 8 wary instead of 25, but the other one because I got a +7 reputation. But I still got a -25 because my military is so bad. Obviously, I need to build my military, which I've just put into the queue. So that should boost my having a bitter military should boost both of these guys. Of course, if we click on the Ashdars, it shows what they have. They got 4 stars, 5 planets. Well, I only have 3 planets, so they're a little bit ahead of me. They are 5 ships. They're ahead of me there. I've only got 1 at the time. 63 plus 31. I'm 187 plus 12. They got a much bigger rate, though. The plus 31 will boot them up real quick. And they got 148 metals in their supply. Doesn't tell you how much they're plus or minus. They might just be at 0. They must be using what they're making. I don't know. Whereas I'm -4 and I'm -23. Okay, so they only have 5 ships, so they're, not that much. 3 of them are right here. 1, 2, 3. More than half their fleet is right here, so I don't feel too bad, about that. I don't know how much these Orthins could be ahead of that, if they are at all. So I don't know. I don't feel that bad. I'm getting my DDs queued, 5 DDs queued. So with that, now let's go to the next turn. Go to turn 36. Okay, so they're moving something in here, a colony ship. Oh, wonderful. They're ready to colonize this other planet, aren't they? Well, these guys are staying by to cover. They got another scout cruiser right here, moving to this unexplored dwarf. So that's 1, 2. Well, they only had 5 ships, so I'm looking at all of them right now, aren't I? 1 there, 2 there, and 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So that's their whole fleet. So they added 1 in 1 turn. No, let's just check that out. Ashdar. Oh, 5 ships. So that's their whole fleet. I think they're gonna get their whole fleet in their scanning range right now. Whereas the Orthins, at least we can see that colony ship that got repulsed up here. from the three-way gaggle, and then they got their one of their exploration ships is going to go moving down there. This other ship is mine. Okay, so there were no. I did get a news report. He did complete a Pell. That was the machine altar. Okay, so now I got 2 machine altars at Pell. As now I'm getting 32. It was 19 before, so that extra altar really boosted my population. So I got 23 plus 9 is 32. 23. Well, that must be the 2 mines. Why am I 23? 23, not 24. I got 6.2. I got a total of 7 out of 18. Okay, one of these must not be staffed, I'm guessing, because both, as you remember, it takes 4 million to put in each one of these things. So I got 2 factories, which require 8 million. 8 million. I've only got 7 million, so I'm 1 million short. So one of these mines must not be getting its full output. Pell has 2, which produced 23. Pell's population is too low to fully staff 2 factories. 1 more citizen would increase the production by 1. Well, that's what we noticed there. Building an additional factory would increase production by plus 9. Plus 9, an additional factory. Well, I'm not going to build an additional factory right now. I might have to think about just building this. Once I put a million. Well, I pulled the colony ship. It's going to reduce 1 million of my people, isn't it? So I'm going to get hit twice here. I might need to think about just turning this planet over to to automate, create people. What is it? The manufacture population. I'll build the colony first and then worry about it. I'll probably need to do that, though. Queue some population first to keep me at optimal efficiency, because I'm going to lose 1 million when they colonizes this planet. So any other buildings up here are just not going to be at optimal efficiency. It seems like the logical thing to do. Okay, so we'll think about that. Dizabix is building my fleet. Colonize Shidar, and the machine altar is still going on in Aldebaran. It should be down to 13 turns now. 14, it's 13 now, so 13 more turns. Get my machine altar there. I'll probably rush it. I don't know. Once I get enough, maybe I can cut off a few turns. Alright, so let's go to the next turn. Okay, Aldebaran system. No news reports. These guys are still on their way. Colony ship to ETA 2. 2 turns. Okay, no news reports. Nothing happened. Should be getting my my first DD1 coming up here this turn. We'll see. Okay, next turn, going to turn 38. 38. What do we got? Construction of DD1 is completed at Dizabix. All right, our next project with DD1, followed by DD1, MDD1, and MB. All right, I got my first combat ship, DD1 at Dizabix. Cool. All right, so that was that. The next DD, the DDs are being built pretty quick. They are a fairly small ship. They're fairly small, and I do have a pretty fair bit of construction going on here, 65, which is nice. Of course, I really need to get my science up. This plus 15 that's not gonna be good. It's just not good. I need to get this planet, I don't know, it might be better to rush this instead of other, but it's 897. I really need more money. I need more science. I need more money. I need more ships. I need just about everything. But, that's going to happen on hard. On hard, they're just going to be outpacing you. They, the harder difficulty levels, the AIs boost the, production amounts. Probably their yields of these, I wouldn't be surprised if they increase for the AIs, which is fine. Like I said in the video, I want to be challenged. I don't like playing easy, Okay, so we got our construction complete. We can click that off and go to the dismiss, and we'll go to the next turn. Going to turn 39, 1139. Okay, we explored Proxima. Wow, yeah, they already got that. No big surprise there. Okay, they are on Proxima. There's another planet here, but it's can't be colonized. It's grayed out. Let's see what is. We'll check it out. It's an ocean small normal low fertility, so it's not really good for farms. It's low fertility. They built a farm there anyway. They built a mine. Minerals normal. Okay. Well, there's only a 4-spot planet wasting a farm on a low fertility. I don't know how efficient that is. I would say that's not very efficient. I like to play efficiently, and there's something to be said for that. So my metals are slowly declining. Remember, I was at 409. I'm down to 315 now. I'm really going to have to monitor that. I'm really eating up a lot of mines. I might really need to think about rush building this when it comes. My mines are not gonna come, not once too soon here. 312. I'm at 232. I should be able to clip off a few turns, maybe 5 or 6 turns if I'm lucky. Okay, so we'll go to next turn. Okay. Oh, close. I did get close in weapons, and I forgot to move this guy too. Okay, there's a gaggle here because, or I should say a combat icon because even though I'm at an enemy's planet, I should say a opponent's planet. We're not at war, but I'm going to send him out. The only other planet I can go to is this one down here. Red Dwarf, 5 turns, 3.9 PC parsecs. So let's boom blast off and go there. So we know what we had at Proxima. It was this small planet, and when we got the uncolonizable other planet, and I've got one destroyer. My did get my research. Okay, close-in weapons. Okay, actually I could start doing. I wanted to get that before I started. Doing the design for light cruisers. I mean, there's not a point to really design the light cruiser right yet because all my planets are all building stuff. The one planet I've queued 5 destroyers. Well, there should be 4 left now. I built 1, so I'm not really going to worry about that until once I get to the point where I need it. I don't really need that right now. Gosh, I'd really like to get this Suga. My doggone science is so low. Plus 15, 7 at a Pell, 3 at a Dizabix. That's 10. 10 plus 5 for the defaults. 15. Jeez, that's so low. I need to get that. Really would like to get that lab planet going. So what? I don't want to. Otherwise I would love to get this superconductor. 384, 26 turns. God. I really need this 17, the physics to get me in the to where my my exploration range increases. I might seriously have to think about that. Tachyon physics. What was the thing I needed to get? Was it hyperspace? Hyperspace beacons increases the strategic range to 4 parsecs. Yes, that's what I get. It costs 600 to get that. 600 to get that, and I have to get tachyon physics first, which is 250. Geez, that's 600. 250, 17, 600. Wow, that's a long time. Man, that is so long because my research is, I don't know. I just think xenology, sociology, 7 turns, and I can get a science station component. Put a lab that generates 2 turns. I might think about that. I mean, I could build a cruiser and I could put a lab spot on it, I suppose. Build a few labs. I mean, if you like cruisers with 2, of course, that's going to be a long way off, too. I could actually create another kind of destroyer that has 2 labs. That might be, or another small ship. So just to boost up my my beaker output. It might not be. I mean, it is only after 7 turns. What does xenology push me to? It pushes me into xeno engineering. I remember that was something good because that had the captured alien, but maybe refitted for use with the Navy, and improves the odds of reverse engineering captured alien technology. Of course, that costs 640 after an 80% discount. Wow, is that expensive? I don't know. I think I'll just go with xenology for now, just so I can get this 2 science. I can build a third DD destroyer type that has a science station to get the +2 beakers on it. Let's just do that. It's only 7 turns. Okay. Alright, so we'll go with xenology for now. Alright, I'm almost getting my second DD. I'm now at 291 +6. Okay, why is that? I got a slight. I want +6. It was 14. It was probably the last turn. There's probably only a small fraction left on that third DD1. I'm guessing. If you remember, it was 4. Was it 46? The cost to build it. It was a fraction. I think it was rounded up to 46. So I had 2 turns of 46, but I may have a bit left over, right? Because it wasn't a perfect 2 turns. There is a fraction going on, so that's probably why it's +6. Okay. And my other scout ship is heading toward this unknown star. Takes 5 turns. So let's go on the next turn. Everything's under construction still. Go to turn. It's officially turn 11:40. I am 40 turns into the game. 40 turns. Let's go to turn 41. Okay, we are going to. We got one thing. My DD, my second DD was completed. Okay, so I got 2 of them here now. My mineral output is down to 268. They're slowly hitting me there, aren't they? Okay. You got to. Wow, these guys are moving. Now these guys are scouting me out. Okay, I'd be, if I'm lucky, they still only have 5 ships. Well, they have 1 less now because their colony ship, which is one of those 5 ships that they had, was colonized. So they should be down to 4 now, unless they built one in the past 2 or 3 turns. My scout ship is still on its way. We've completed DD2. How far am I from this rush building this? 243. I got 2. Okay, I can build this. I can rush build this. And I think I will before I run out of... otherwise, I'm going to run out of minerals. 243, 7 turns. So basically, it's going to cost me $243 to buy 7 turns worth of production. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I should go see a significant improvement up here. Actually, my guys will not be disconnected anymore. So I should see 12 for the mine, another 1 from him. They'll be fully staffed because I'll have 4. I'll have at least 4 million people. I'll have 5 million people, which will be enough. 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, so I should see plus 13. This should go up to 25. Let's see. Buy. All right, so we bought the machine altar. I'm a pauper again, 11 plus 10. So we'll click off from that. But at least I'll start I'll be working on mines now. Mines will be a lot cheaper. The machine altars, I think, is the most expensive building. Mines are much cheaper. So we completed that. Completed the DD1, the second DD1. So we'll dismiss report. Okay, so let's go to next turn. Okay, we got something completed outright. The building a rush built at Al Gore. Okay, and it did go up to 25 as I predicted. I got 12 for the factory, the machine altar, and then an additional 1 from my guy who should not be. He has got his output yield of 4 because he's not disconnected anymore. I click on him. Well, let's see. Let's click on the mine. That'll tell me. Algorians have 8.6 because they got 4. 4.3. Their rate. They got 2 wrenches per. 4.3 times 2 is 8.6. Harmonized tinkers. Okay, they're considered harmonized now because I have the machine altar. So they're at 4.6. There's a fraction going on. I got 1.16. Round that up to 1.2. 1.2 times 4 is 4.8. It's 4.64 because it's not exactly point 0.2. So yeah, that looks okay to me. 13 total 25. That was on almost 100% more of an output. See, the mine now is only taking 2 turns. There's only 50 wrenches to a mine, so should take 2 turns each mine. 12 out of 50. 50 wrenches for a mine. No mineral cost. So, and I'm generating 25 wrenches. So each one of these mines should take 2 turns. So I got a total of 4 mines. 2 times 4 is 8. It's turned 42, so around 42 and 8, 1150. I should have my whole colony should be built up on turn 1150, turn 50. Okay, and I should start be going into the plus. This should start decreasing quite a bit. Each mine is worth 12. 12, as you remember, it's a mineral-rich planet. So the mines are worth 12 instead of 6. So this should start be going into the, very soon I should start be going out of the red, for the minus, red being the minus. And of course I got a +9 now because the extra coin for the building, it just reduced me from 10 to 9. Another thing, I got to keep track of the markets. Markets are going to keep going. I mean, every time I build something, I'm building ships now, I'm building mines there. This is going to start going down real quick too. I need to get some more money going on. Of course, when these guys colonize Ashdar, there should be another planet, which should give me another trade route, I would think. Some amount of trade. So, I'll have to think about too. I'll be able to build another trader, to start getting some additional income from there. Okay, so that being said, let's go to the next turn. Next turn. From 43. Okay, 1143. Nothing was completed. Just building a mine. My DD, the number 3 DD should be done very soon. I'm at +21. Why is that? Well, I'm at that little bit of a fraction that's left over, so it's not quite in the minus. This should be my 3rd DD. I queued 3 DDs and 2 MDDs, so the difference might be a little bit. The difference in metal between the DDs and the MDD too. There's some difference, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? Because the DD uses. What does the DD uses? Well, I'm just gonna, for a minute, I'll click on this. Oh, where am I looking? Right here. 174 wrenches, 128 minerals. Whereas the MDD uses 156, but at 131. It uses a little bit more minerals. That's interesting. So this is actually going to cost more minerals, but it's not. It's almost 40 off from the amount of wrenches. 131. Almost, I might even be able to build those in 1 turn. 131, 66 times, or 2 turns. 66 times 2, what is that? What's 132? 132 and a 131. I can actually build this in 2 turns, flat out 2 turns. Whereas 174 is really like 2.5 turns, isn't it? Almost exactly 2 turns for the MDD and roughly 2.5 turns to build a DD1. That's good to know. I can get the DD a little quicker on this planet, or the MDD a little quicker on this planet. Of course, it uses more metal. I should actually see it. I should see the minus on this get bigger, which is not too good. Okay, but, like I said, the mine will be done very soon. It might even be done this turn. 1 turn left, or I'll get my first mine. So I should see an immediate impact on that with plus 12 iron or minerals coming out. Of course, this will go down again. I should see a -2 as the mine and the shipping lease. This will go down to from +9 to +7. So we will generate a turn. Return. All right, we'll return 1144. My mine was completed, and my 3rd DD. Well, we went down to +8. Interestingly enough, I thought it would go down to +7. Why did it not go down to +7? Well, I must have got an additional taxes somewhere. 1340 is 27. 27 minus 4 and 11 buildings, 4 ships, that's 15. Minus 5, oh, the agreement, yeah, 20. And plus 1 surplus corn. Huh, well, that's interesting. Surplus corn, plus 1 surplus corn. Or surplus 4 will be sold for 1 coin. That's interesting. Apparently you could sell some additional some additional corn for a coin. 4 corn will generate 1 coin. I mean, that's not very efficient, but, hey, I can't complain about that. So there's an additional 1 for the surplus corn going on. I mean, I might have got an additional 1. I might have got that last turn. In any case, or I might have wonder. Let's see. All right, I'm getting 0 coins in here. It's got to be plus 3 minus 3 buildings, so I should be getting at least plus 3 here. Wonder what the coin rate of these guys is. It's 0.5. 4.5 times 0.4 times 0.5 is 2. 2 point something, 2.2. And my guy, all right, so that is going up for about roughly 3 after considering the fractions. Ashdar, these people keep growing. Yeah, oh, it did. Okay, I did. I must have got another growth from my plants. Okay, so because my science now is at plus 16. It was plus 15 last turn. Plus 8 Pal plus 3 Dizabics. So my plant people keep growing. That's very nice. They do keep growing and they're generating science. It just occurred to me. I wonder if I have that. I wonder if there's actually a build housing here. I don't think I wouldn't mind building. We have the machine manufacturer population for my Android guys, but building housing for the plants would probably be a better option. They would crank out more science. Of course, plants would be too happy living in a house, would they? Unless it was a greenhouse, I suppose, but I don't see the option showing, so I guess I can't do that. Oh, I am only 3 turns for my getting my my colonized Ashdar 3 going, so that is good. That is nice. I might have to think about, one thing I was thinking about doing is just cranking out some extra, after I get my enough ships, I might just need to just crank out population and ship it to the new colonies at Ashdar, because that place with 1 guy, I'm just not going to get any kind of, production, even though my guys have higher production. Even without the machine altar, there'll be 3. It'll take forever to build that one, that first machine altar. I mean, geez, 3 production. I'll have 3 production. Probably take me, 100 turns or something. All right, so their scouts have arrived. I am 1 turn for my scout arriving to this unexplored star down here, and I got 2 completed. I completed my mine. Wow, minus 42. Woo! Wow! Whammo! I completed the mine, but I'm at minus 42. I'm taking 78 for... Really? Is it that much? Wow, it is. It's a 2 turns, so all in that, for the MDD, it's all crammed into 2 turns. And it was what, 132? Did it say 132 for the MDD? Go back to that. The I'm sorry, 156, a half of 150. Well, that's 75 is 150. 75, 370. It is minus 78. Wow. Minus 78. I'm getting a total of 4 and 24. Dizabics 12 and 36. 36 minus 78 is negative 42. Wow. Wow. That's all I have to say about that. At this rate, I'm going to be I'll have 42, 160, roughly 4 turns. The 4th turn, I'll be minus 1 of my supply up here. But I will have, 3 turns, okay, because there was a fraction left. I'll only have 1 turn. I'll only have 1 more mine in that period. Man, I don't think I can avoid it. I don't see any way I can avoid going into the red. DD 2 turns. So this second DD that I've queued, I'm gonna run out of some amount of minerals, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Really don't like running out of. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I can unqueue this. I guess what I could do. I guess there is something I can do about it. Unqueue the second MDD. Okay, because otherwise I'm gonna run out. I really want that second DD. I think what I'll do is I'll queue something that doesn't take as much. What can I get? Maybe I should queue an asteroid and then the DD because it's only 46. And I do have that one planet, that other planet that my guy is going to. Okay, let's just queue that. It's only 46, not 150. There's a significant reduction, and then I'll queue the other DD. We'll see how that works out. I build the asteroid outpost. I might be able, if I'm lucky, there'll be something here. Even if it's uncolonizable, I can put the asteroid outpost there. The only thing would be bad if there was some kind of, a negative thing here. Pirates or something. There are pirates in this game. And even if there's not, I could put the outpost on this world, this uncolonizable world up here. As I did put an outpost on this in their system, even though they had a colony thing there. Of course, I'm running the risk if they declare war on me, it'll get blown up if they have ships. So, considering their reputation, that's a very distinct possibility. In fact, I would go so far as to say inevitability, which is why I need ships. But I got 3 now, so hey, I'm not sitting on nothing, right? Okay. So we got my construction. My mine was completed there. Okay. Click that off. Dismiss report. And I did get my third DD, so I will dismiss that. Okay, so let's go to next turn. Turn 44. The next turn. 11:45. We are 45 turns into the game, folks. 45 turns. Okay. Sitting here nice with my first MDD is almost done. And my colonized Ashdar 3, 2 turns. And I'm 2 turns away from my next mine. Right, we did go up to plus 32 now. Right, because I'm on the last turn of the MDD. And there's just a small fraction left. It's only using up 4 metals for the small fraction that was left over. It did take almost 2 full turns, but as you remember, there's going to be fractions because these things are overlapping with the other items in the queue. Like I said in another episode, you don't lose production; it just overlaps into the next thing. But the way the minerals work though isn't 100%. Doesn't perfectly overlap. I wouldn't think because you have to have all your metals done on the turn that you complete the ship, I think, is how it works. So if you're completing a ship on one turn and starting a ship on another ship on the same turn, you may end up with 2 different costs in metal, I guess you could say, which is why it's something, right at that dividing line between 2 ships, you see a funky thing going on with the metal output, which is really kind of expected. There's a logic to it, Okay, so that'll be done in 1 turn from my MDD, and then got 2 turns with Ashdar, building my mine, my second mine. Well, that's interesting. 85? Why is this mine 85? Wait a minute now. I thought the mines were 50. 50. This one is 85. Okay. 85. 85. Building mine. I thought the mine, I distinctly remember seeing that was 50 wrenches. Okay, well, apparently there's got to be some kind of increase in costs or production costs for more than one building, I guess. More than one building of the same type costs more industry. Is that right? What is 50 to 85? Well, that's 35 more. That's a significant increase. 35. I mean, 100 would be double. 85 is closer to being double than it is to being 1 to 1. So it's almost like a 1.8, I would say. 1.8, 180% of or 1.8 times the cost, something like that. That's interesting. Let's see exactly what the cost increase is. Let's divide 80. 50 divided by 85? 0.58. Okay, so there's a 0.58%, almost 60% increase in cost. 60% increase in cost for the second one. So the third one would probably increase even more, I would estimate. Well, that's interesting. It's something I haven't noticed. I just haven't noticed in that. I'm going to have to look at that. Once I get this third mine, I'm going to have to see what the third mine. It looks like there's a 60% increase in costs. Well, I'm guessing if the third one has a 60% increase over 85, it should cost, well, over 100. Another 35 would put it at a 120. Okay. So the mine I'm colonizing, 313 out of 380. So I got 2 turns left, and that's good news there. I'll get my 4th planet. It'll be my lab planet. Okay, so we've explored Kilara. Oh yes, this was the planet, or the system, the star with the planetary system. Get it out of my mouth. Planetary system. Well, we got 2 duds here. Uncolonizable worlds. View planet. It's barren, small, normal, inhospitable. What inhospitable means. Oh, gadzooks. Did I... I can't believe this. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, I forgot to set the egg timer. Guessing that I spent... wow, I probably spent at least 15 minutes. I'm going to put this on 15 minutes. I just haven't been keeping track. I'm really going to have to remember that now. 15. I'll put it on 15. Okay. I brought the darn thing out here, and I keep forgetting to set it anytime, even though it's sitting right in front of me. Okay. All right. So what do we got? This is a inhospitable planet. Iceball worlds in for Orphan planets. Iceball was high fertility planets, while garden worlds are rated as low. Very interesting. Very interesting. Meanwhile, the Ural Tree Glacier worlds as high fertility. So this planet would be, and it's a nice, a high fertility planet for them. So this would not be good for the Orphans to get this planet. Planets rated as low fertility and inhospitable. Colonists produce no corn, which makes sense, making such colonies considerably more expensive to maintain. Okay. Additionally, on inhospitable worlds, building a farm improvement is impossible. Okay, no farm on an inhospitable world. For all races, the barren and inferno planet types are rated inhospitable. For all races, barren and inferno. Okay, so what was this? It was barren. Okay, so it can't be colonized, inhospitable. And we got a tiny barren. It's got no production or no slots for buildings. Tiny barren, also inhospitable. Okay, so that's the Kilara system. I actually probably moving the asteroid outpost when I get it. I should probably move it here. Thinking I could go out here this way. What do we got? 3 turns. I got one. MDD is 1 turn away, 2 turns, and I'm building a mine on Al Gore. 2 turns from the Algorian mine. But I'm giving the plus back now. I am back in the plus. Alright, so what should I do with him? He can't go anywhere, can he? Not unless I put an outpost. I put an outpost on Kilara. Like I said, I might be able to get these planets with an outpost, so that's what I should think about doing. Or that's what I should should think about doing, because the distance from this planet to these planets is much closer than they are from Shidar, which is my nearest Actually, I take that back. Difter. I do have my asteroid outpost here, so you can see just by glancing at this distance. I mean, if I put my just hand, putting my two fingers up, I can see that I should be able to get. I might not be able. I should be able to get this one yellow planet for sure, but these two will probably be out of my range, slightly out. But that's fine. It is a yellow planet here. So if I put one here, I can get this planet. You never know. If I get this planet, I might be able to then zoom in on these planets. Of course, this planet might be their home system. I don't know, because I know it's down here somewhere. We'll see. In any case, I'll be able to visit it with my scout ship if I put a asteroid thing there. And if I have an asteroid thing there, then I won't need one here. Actually, then I could probably put that one in Proximo in this system. Think about that. I should think about doing that. Anyway, okay. All right, so let's generate the next turn. For now, I'll just leave him here because he can't go anywhere. Or I should say, there's nothing additional that he can visit. So I'll just stand here. Go to next turn. Okay, so I did get my Dizabix built my first. So I got 4 ships here. I got my MDD and my 3 DDs. I got my asteroid outpost here queued, and the second MDD was queued after that. I put that in the queue because this was that I didn't want to loot. It was too low. I would have ran out of metals had I put that here right away. So hopefully I can build the second MDD and have enough metals, considering that this mine should be done. One more turn for the third, or I should say the second mine. That should enable me to build with the second mine, maybe, or third mine. Maybe I can build an MDD without occurring going into the red or running out of minerals. Okay, so I'm just, it might be, it'll probably be a better idea just to move these things to Aldebaran, because Aldebaran is a very important colony. It's closer to my enemies, or I should say the other alien races, so I'm just going to move this fleet over here. So the entire fleet, I sent the entire fleet, by the way. I left-clicked and then I right-clicked. Right-click selects you left-click, you select one ship, and then you right-click to select all of them. Okay. Alright, so next turn I will get my orbit colonized Ashdar 3 going, which is going to be very nice. Okay, the only problem with my plan, my original plan, as I said, was to colonize Ashdar 3 and make it a lab world. The one big problem with that planet is only going to have 1 million people on that planet with a low growth rate. It's going to take me a long time to really get enough people to man all the buildings. So I'm really going to have to think about how I manufacture population. I mean, I'm just going to need to, well, that's on this planet, but I'm going to need to manufacture some population on the new planet. I'll probably build a machine altar, one lab, or maybe even after the machine altar, start building population, because even that first machine altar it'll only have 1 million people. So I'm not expecting, it won't be in its full output. So I might have to just switch it over to manufacture population. And I might have to think about just manufacture population in Dizabix. But, the problem with this, remember that earlier when I did manufacture, it cost 30 minerals. If I did that 30, 30, 30, that's 90. I won't have enough minerals to just flat out do all that. Well, I'll have to see. I'll have to see how much I'm taking in. I'll be taking in 24. Right now it's 24.12. It's 36. I'm going to be getting the second one, and another 12.36 was 48. 48. And then the next 12 after that will be 60. Okay. 60. So in reality, I should be able to do 2 of those, and 2 manufacture populations instead of 3 once I get 2 more mines. And then I should be break even at that point. I'll have to consider that. It's just one of those things I'll have to look at once I get the mines up. I'll have to look at that, and I still need ships. I mean, I need more ships. 5 ships that's not a whole lot of ships. You know, it might be I might need to build one planet that has manufacturing population, and then the one of the others building ships, and then the other one building whatever what I need. Aldebaran, Aldebaran would actually be almost done by that point. The mines are cheaper, even though the cost increases. They are fairly cheap. All right, and I do have a lot of these people. I'll have to see what the staffing is. I'll have 4 mines. 4 mines. Are they 4? Are they 1 million for the staffing cost? I can't remember right offhand. I need to check that. Blah blah blah. Where is the staffing cost? Staffing, population, fully staffed. Okay, we got 4 per factory, 4 per market, 3 per lab, 2 per farm, and 1 per. Okay, mines are actually the least that you need to staff. I only need 1 million per mine, so 4 mines needs 4 million people. I've already got that. Okay, so I won't have any staffing problems on this planet at all. So I don't need to worry about, an Aldebaran. I don't really need to worry about manufacturing population here, although my growth rate is really darn small, 12,000. These people are growing 119,000, so I'm just going to have a huge Yeti population. I mean, it's just come down to it. They're going to grow much faster than my people, so I'm just going to have to live with it. That's fine. It's going to be a mining planet. There's an option over here for mining. There's a manufacturer population, there's a trading, there's a research, there's a housing, as I mentioned, for planets that have people or living organic entities that use farm. In my case, the manufacturer population uses minerals. There's also one for mining, but I don't see it in the queue. I think there's a certain technology that you have to get before the mining option comes up. And what that does is you can set your it's similar to automating. You can, as I automated the manufacturer, it just goes in the queue. You can automate research, which doubles your research. You can automate trade, which I think doubles your output of money. And I think the mining will probably I don't know if it doubles the output of the minerals, but it does vastly increase your mineral output. And I was planning on setting this to mineral output, but since it's not an option down here, there's probably a certain technology that I have to get before I can get that option in my queue. I don't know. It's probably the option where it enhances your mine's output. What was that? Automate factories, I think is what it was. By the way, I'm talking about research. I'm 95 at 100 plus 16. Wow, my research is so low. I might have to think about, and these people, I'm going to be manufacturing population for a little bit. I might think about switching them over to just automate science. I don't know, because that will double my science output. I should see this should go up to 16. It's something I'll have to think about. I'll have to think about that. All right. So let's, for now, click next turn. Okay, so we got a whole lot that's happened. Let's start. I got 9. I did colonize Ashdar. Okay, and my PAL guys have gone over to manufacture population. I did do that on PAL, didn't I? Okay. Okay, what's this? We colonized Ashdar, so let's look at our new technology first. Our first technology, we got xenology. All right, xenology. So I can actually queue another ship type that has a lab on it plus 2 beakers. I'll have to think about that. Okay, in a minute here. What do I want to put for my next technology? Wow, the things that I need are really just so expensive. What I really need is this superconductors. I know, well, as I mentioned, will take me towards getting increased output for my lab and my industrial automation. That's what I was thinking. And it will increase my mining improvements. Okay, which is something that I would like to have. course, that's 422. Nano computers is 200. I think I need to get that before I can move towards the next thing. What was it? Nano self-organizing networks cost 500 beakers. It's so expensive. That would increase the output of my labs. It's a very good thing to have. Of course, there's nothing I can get ready just in the short term that would really improve that. I can go to lasers, just pick it up. 4 turns. Small craft, 6 turns. Tachyon. I don't know. I might just have to bite the bullet here and do this. Think about switching my guy over to research. Because 24 turns is so long. But it's something that I need, even with my leader discount. I think I'll do that. I'm just going to bite the bullet, go to supercomputers. Probably some people, if anybody's watching this, they might disagree with that. I don't know. I can go eat up a couple of these small things, but eventually I'm really going to need this to get get to the mine and the lab increases. By the time it takes me to get to the lab increases, I should have several. Oh, there's the bell. Okay. All right, so let me just end there for this episode. I'm going to start immediately. I'm going to do at least 3 or 4 episodes today. So, I'm just going to pause this. We're going to go in game menu, go to options, go to the full screen so I can get to my OBS thing and stop the thing. So, this is episode 5. Corporal Kindel signing off for everybody. I hope you have a great day, a nice fun day, and a good football weekend for those of you that are football fans. My fantasy football team tanked last night. Buffalo really let me down. 2 points from Sean McCoy, 0 points for the Buffalo defense. Arr! Oh well. As I mentioned earlier, my season is a wash for football anyway. So, Corporal Kindle signing off until a few minutes when I start episode 6. Take it easy. Bye. Stop recording now.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?